homemade sail for my Perception kayak. Start with how I attach the base for the mast to my kayak. This is a Perception Caster 12.5. These are those basic clips I bought at 4-pack at Lowe's, and there are various PVC parts and some aluminum bracing to strengthen it up. It just sets down into this access hole, I don't know, the storage hole up front. I rotate it, tip it down in, and then just clamp all 3 of those in place, and it is solid in place. The mast is made from 3/4 inch PVC with a piece of electrical conduit inside for strength so it doesn't bend so much. I added some extra PVC joints on here and dremeled them out so that it slides over the mast, and this gives a tighter fit, so this fits real snugly inside of that PVC tube. Once I get it inside, I use this peg, I don't know what you call these, to hold it in place. And then it just snaps on and it's solid. Up at the top of the mast I have 2 eye bolts joined in the middle with a coupler. But you can get things called eye nuts that can screw on the other end of like an eye bolt, but you have to go online and order those. I couldn't find them in any store. So one of these ropes runs down to the handle at the front of the kayak, and the other one runs down to the handle at the back. I really don't know if that's necessary, but in my mind it adds some stability so it can't waver too much at the top. My sail's made out of a shower curtain liner, and I did some sewing on it. Around the mast I have the shower curtain rings. Hopefully this all works, maybe not in the strongest of winds, but for a prototype, yeah. The boom is a piece of 3/4 inch PVC, and I have a rope running through it. It comes out through a little hole here and runs up to a carabiner at the top that acts like a pulley. When I'm out there sailing, this extra flap of sail at the bottom with a piece of PVC going through it, I can wrap around so it doesn't catch the wind. When I'm ready to sail, I unwrap it, pull this string, and my sail is up. And I fashioned a little fancy way of tying the rope in place down here. I have an eye bolt. I thread it through back around the mast and pull it tight, and that's locked in place, which keeps the sail all the way raised. I can roll this back up to get it out of the way and take my clamp and put it back on there so it's not in the way. I made this short enough so when I'm sitting I should still be able to paddle directly in front of me, and this can swing back and forth without hitting me or getting in the way of paddling when I need to if the wind's not quite strong enough. And then I can just hold on to this rope to keep the sail at whatever angle it needs to remain at. That's my sail. I made a new rudder to go along with this. That's not a fixed rudder. This one is steerable, and you'll see that in another video. Alright, this is my maiden run for the sail. The wind is blowing back that way. So I'm going to raise it up, see if it catches me, spins me around, see what happens. Oh yeah. It's not the strongest of winds, but it's there. And it took the head of my boat back in the direction of the wind a little bit. Oh. There is a bilge hole or a scupper port, whatever you call that, for draining here. But I could put a dagger board in it, but the more I read of people online talking about putting things in there, they say that that's not such a good idea, that it's a weak point and you'll tear your boat out. So I'm hoping I don't have to do that. It might be that when the wind, I can only go with the wind versus tack against the wind. I'm not sure. We'll have to get a stronger wind to experiment with that and see how that works out.